Guys, this is Mr. Josh CJ, and this is your race review at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix ahead of Sergio Perez and Fernando Alonso in the Aston Martin. At the start, all the drivers kept it very clean, All drivers got off the line very well. Indeed, there's hardly any contacts, but Stroll and Alonso made contact, so how Alonso did not get a punch, I have no idea. But I gotta say, the best bit in the race was Fernando Alonso and George Russell going wheel to wheel. I mean, the way Alonso passed that Mercedes was unbelievable. Aston Martin at the moment, wow, what a car they've built. They are clearly faster than the Mercedes. But me being a Ferrari fan, that one absolutely hurts at the highest level. Charles Leclerc was on for a podium. What happened? Lost power, engine failure. And then Fernando Alonso passes Carlos Sainz. Sainz did well, though, to hold off the Mercedes. So, picked up some decent points. Leclerc was nailed on for podium. That one really hurt. It really did. Every fucking year, my favourite team put me through this. But I'm still here. I'm still supporting them. Even if we are going to be worse than what we were last year, I'm still here supporting my favourite team. My second team, though, McLaren, a total embarrassment. Shambolic. I mean, Lando Norris pitted about 5 times. Oscar Piastri, gearbox failure. Absolute joke, honestly. Second team McLaren, it's nowhere near good enough. It's unacceptable. McLaren should be competing for titles, not being like a slow team at all. It's totally massive work needs to be done. But Red Bull winning a race, not surprised at all. Their car is streaks ahead of everyone else, and I'm sorry to say it could be another very boring season. But my star in the race, Logan Sargent, I think he's done a fantastic debut weekend. And also, obviously, Fernando Alonso getting on the podium as well is a huge result. Fernando Alonso getting on the podium for Aston Martin, that's big for the team. Mercedes work for them to do. I mean, Aston Martin are even quicker than them. But Max wins, dominates that race, total domination. I tell you what, he's carrying on where he left off from last season. But if you've got the best car, what can you expect? Seriously. But yeah, I mean, for Ferrari, I mean, the fact that Leclerc already had to use up an energy restore, and you're only allowed 3 of them already for the first race, nowhere near good enough. I mean, just work to do. We've got to sort these reliability issues out, my favourite team. They really have. But yeah, the Grand Prix race rating, 3 out of 10. I thought it was an absolute shambolic Grand Prix. Hardly any overtaking at all. Complete. I got all hyped up about this race, so it just did not deliver at all. Like I said, the most exciting part was the battle between Max Verstappen. No, not Max Verstappen. Fernando Alonso and George Russell. That's it. Obviously, Leclerc did well to hold off Perez as long as he could, but Perez was always going to come through in the end. The Ferrari is definitely worse this season coming off the corners. It really is. So if I said even if Ferrari are worse this year, I'm still here supporting this beautiful team. I will not give up on my favourite racing team who I've supported since the early 2000s. Nor will I give up on my second team, McLaren or Williams. Alex Albon got in the points. Very happy about that. Decent points to Williams. I mean, I gotta say, Nico Hulkenberg, though, in qualifying yesterday, absolutely fantastic. But the race did not quite go to plan for him. But anyway, comment your thoughts down below. I will always reply. And join me tomorrow for driver ratings and team ratings. Ah, the pain, Ferrari. Bye-bye.